Okay, so as you can see from the description box, guys, this is my coming out story. So when I was about, I would say about 7 maybe, I had this weird feeling like when I had switched schools, because I usually stayed like on the white side of town and in the country and shit. So I had switched schools to go to this middle school, and I realized I knew I didn't like a lot of bitches. Like I don't know, like I grew up around a lot of dudes, but I grew up around a lot of females too. So it was like, I don't know. But I was just sitting there, I was like, okay, so, but I liked dudes. Like I felt like dudes was very cute to me. I felt like they was very attracted to me. So, and I had a fat ass, so it was like, it's weird. Like, you know, when you first go to like a middle school, like with most of the, you know, black kids, like, you know, it's from the projects, from the hood, they gonna be like, what the fuck? And this nigga got a fat ass. Like, you know, it was just that kind of situation. And I was like, okay. Like, if you may know, like, people had messed with me for like a good old minute when I was like a littler, because, you know, I mean, I was, in middle school, you know, everybody be having their little phases when they don't say much, they don't speak until they hit a certain age, you know, learn to stand up for themselves. So 6th grade, I always had my eyes on dudes or whatever, but I was still experimenting. So I was like, okay, I like girls, but I like dudes too. Like, it was something about a girl. A girl was okay. Like, bitches was fine. Like, I mean, shit, we fine. You feel me? But I was like, but a nigga gave me that type of feeling like, oh my God, like, you are sexy as fuck. Like, y'all ever get that feeling like when your body start vibrating, you get that tingling feeling inside? Like, it was that kind of feeling. Now, 6th grade year, my mother did not know I was gay. I just recently came out as trans about maybe last year. So before that, I was gay, whatever. So I would say about 7th grade year, everything was flowing about right. It was flowing okay. But my 8th grade year, I had got in some trouble. No, it was my 7th grade year. My 7th grade year, my mother had asked me, she was like, do you like dudes? Because I was so feminine. I was like, I never hung around boys. Like, she would always see me, like, when I was up the street with my homegirls, like, it would be straight females out there. Like, we'd be out there dancing, you know, whatever the case may be, twerking, whatever. I would try to twerk when my mother's not outside. But, you know, that was because I was in denial. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I like. But I've never been, like, the type to be like, oh, I'm straight or something. Because, bitch, that was never the fucking case. I've always kept true to myself and be like, no, I know what I kind of know what I like. It wasn't, but I was never straight. I never was like, oh, I'm straight. Like, you would never hear that come out of my mouth. Like, I mean, right now, yeah, you would hear it because I'm a girl. But it's like, before that, no, I would never be like, oh, I'm straight as fuck. But after that, I was like, you know, we was sitting outside, me and her, we was just sitting there talking. I was telling her, I was like, oh my God, like, you know, the girls in the neighborhood, you know, we lit, whatever, da da da. And I was telling her, this dude kept on talking to me. Like, he was walking me home. Like, and she was like, so, do you like dudes? Did y'all peep this? I just got these bitches done and they fucking broke. But she was like, so do you like dudes? And you know, bitch, my motherfucking heart started motherfucking racing. I was like, hold up, balls. I'm sitting in my head. I'm just like, oh my God, okay. What the fuck should I say? Should I be like, yeah, I'm bisexual? Or, like, be like, yeah. Because I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh my God, like, hold on, wait. Because she was like, do you like dudes? I was like, I literally looked at her like this. I was like, and I was like, no. And then she was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. So, come out later. So then, like, a couple months later, me and her, I think, what the fuck happened? Me and her had got into, I think it was an altercation or whatever. And I was like, that's, I think I tried to be funny and throw it in her damn face. And I was like, That's why I'm bisexual. I think that's why. Cause like I think me and her, yeah, I think we got into an altercation. If I'm not mistaken, like I really think I think we got into an altercation. But she was like in the altercation, she was like either it was an altercation or it was a conversation. But either way, either one, she was like, I already knew. And my sister was like, we already knew you would be gay or whatever. Now this was not when I started transitioning. Like as you can see, whatever the case may be. My sister was like, we already knew you would be, gay. I was like, how? So, that's what almost every gay person says at their time, at their prime. They be like, how you know? Like, how you know? They be like, like, bitch, how the fuck you know? And I didn't even motherfucking know. Like, that kind of thing. So she was like, oh, we already knew you was gonna be gay, da da da, because you're always with girls, like you got a big ass, like, hey, you act like a girl. So it was like, yeah, whatever. So then my ninth grade year, I was still in between. Like my ninth grade year, I would sit there and be like, oh, I mean, I've always liked girls. Like, I would say everybody likes I don't know. I like girls, but not like dating wise. Like, I love hanging around bitches. But like fucking and shit, no. Fuck no. I might fuck with a dyke. I don't know. I don't know how that might feel, but bitch, I might. But I don't know. Like, it was weird. Like, the fuck? I don't know. But I was like, I don't know, maybe da da da, whatever. But my ninth grade year, I had already came out, whatever. Now, me coming out as trans, I would say was more difficult for her to manage with me because of what I needed. So I would say coming out as trans was like, okay, this bitch want to test me. That's how I felt like my connection with my mother was. She was like, okay, this bitch want to test me. But I don't know, that might have not been the case, but that's how I felt. So it's like, this shit got me about to cry. I would say our connection, I felt like wasn't that good. It wasn't the best because of how me and her was clicking. Cause my attitude was already bad. Like, I already have a nasty attitude. So like when I came out as trans and was like, I want to start transitioning, I felt like I was on my own through that whole thing. Like, I mean, yeah, you got me products. You pay for a little bit of hair. What the fuck is that? Like, you got my nails done, etc., whatever. You pay my phone bill. Okay, that's cool, but I need more than just paying my phone bill and being with me. I need the love and the support. You feel me? Like, if I'm a new baby, I would say when I did that, her face was like, it wasn't negative. It wasn't like, oh, like, discomfort, like, oh, don't discouraging me, like that was not the case. But I felt like it was, simply because it was like, what the fuck? Because with me and her, I was sitting down and I was like, I want to transition, into like a female. She was like, I guess she thought I was taking it as a joke, like. And I was just like, oh, I'm gonna see what the fuck she gonna say. Like, she gonna pop out and be like, where the camera at? Like, no. And she was surprised. She was like, okay, that's fine at the moment. But I would say she wanted to act funny in certain ways I wasn't with. Like, when I was like, oh, I want to transition, I want to get medication. Like, because, these bitches just don't grow the motherfucking grow. You feel me? You're like, you got to get on medication. Like, I take medication, 2 times. And I take 3 pills a day. I got my estrogen pill. I got my testosterone blocker. And then I got my titty pill. I take 3. So, you know, and I be having them motherfucking pains. So, I mean, but I would sit here and really say she was here through certain parts. But I felt like through my whole transition that I was in it by myself. That's how I feel like. I feel like my friends was there with me. Don't get me wrong, like it's about motherfucking it's about, I would say about two maybe, and that motherfucking I would say it's about two that I would say that actually sat there and was there for me through shit. So I would say for a fact that yeah, it would be like two. That's what I would say, about two people that was actually there for me through shit. And you know, that's just that. Like, hold up, y'all. Damn, I gotta fix this fucking part out. My bad. But I feel like that it was definitely two people there for me through my transition or whatever. But I feel like to this day in general that I have like, I feel like that I have like I would say I have two supporters, like, you know, that I actually, you know, claim as my friends. Like, you know, because I don't have friends. Because bitches are so grimy, bitches are so funny, bitches move funny for me. So I would say through my transition, it's been a couple of bitches that's been there. And it's most definitely been bitches that motherfucking moved around, acted funny. Like when bitches saw me glowing the fuck up. Cause like some of bitches know me from my dude phases. So when they was there with me, when I was in my nigga phases or whatever, we was the best of friends. But when I started, you know, getting my body right, slimming my body down so that I could have like a flat stomach and a fat ass and motherfucking a big boobs bitch. And you know, I still had nigga face at the time, but when I started, you know, wearing weave, you know, getting more facial, like that was more feminine, bitches was mad. Like bitches stopped fucking with me. Like I don't have a best friend anymore. Bitches was really on that fake shit. So that's why I said I don't feel like I have anybody that's there for me through my transition. But me and maybe two other people. Maybe three. Maybe four. I know it's definitely two. But it's either gonna be 3 or 4. But thing about it is, I feel like that I feel like that but yeah, I definitely don't feel like that I have that parent type of shit. Like, you know, the parent type that'll like help you through stuff. I definitely don't feel like I have that. Simply because of the way she was acting. But I don't know. But y'all, that's my coming out story. So tune the fuck back in. Period.